All right, so while this statement right here may be true, there's some non-secular information that's not being presented to establish why we won't be able to receive reparations. First and foremost, our people have been hoodwinked and bamboozled by our own people. Our own people, primarily the politicians and the lawyers, have created and give you all kinds of narratives as to why they think we rate reparations, even coming up with all these ideas as to how we can get compensated via reparations. And because they are all lawyers, they know that words have different meanings and definitions when applied in law. They literally study this and get a bar card so that they can practice law later on. And who do they practice that law on? You. So pick up a law dictionary and read what the word reparation means, and you might be surprised. I study from a Black's Law Dictionary, and if you read a case that's cited under the word reparations, you see a case called Jabinowski versus Modern Cap Manufacturing Company. And after you study that case, you'll find that there's 3 elements that are needed in order for someone to receive reparations. Number 1, a person must be employed. Number 2, a person must have received an injury at the fault of the employer. And number 3, here's the kicker, which is what I've been talking about this whole time, a person must have a nationality. Now, the narrative is that black people rate reparations because this country was economically built off the backs of slavery. And based off of those 3 elements, you'll automatically see why blacks will not receive reparations. Now, our people like to flip the words around and say that we rate element number 2 because we were injured mentally, physically, morally, spiritually by the so-called slave master while working. The problem is, slaves were not employed, which is element number 1. And more importantly, the so-called Negro, niggas, blacks, African Americans, and colored people don't meet element number 3, which is those people don't have a nationality. Anyone who has ever practiced law knows exactly what the word reparations means, and they will continue to take your money so as long as you confide to them when you actually have the opportunity to read these things for yourself. So 61 years post the civil rights movement of the 1960s, our people have been fighting a battle that they are bound to lose because they don't meet any of the elements to qualify for reparations at all. Got to get it together. In conclusion, as opposed to fighting for reparations, how about our people band together, do some genealogy research and some history research? You'll have enough history to find out exactly what your nationality is, and you'll be able to fight for restitution instead of fighting for reparations. You might be surprised at what you get.